So, how many people were there in this weird little planet? Already the Imperials had stolen all their food and shelter. On the other hand, there was a most wanted in the same planet, whom the Imperials had been looking for many years. That is, the king of the Imperials, who was called the Slain King, had killed him. Not just him, but his whole family. Well, that's Kora, this girl. But did she really do this? Is she really a villain? I don't think so. I mean, talking about the first part. Those who haven't seen it yet, I will highly recommend them to watch the first part of Rebel Moon cinema. Then you will get the idea of the basic concept and what is actually going on here. So let's start. Hey guys, I am Riaz, welcome to my channel, and in this video I will fully explain Rebel Moon Part 2, the Scargiver cinema. At the beginning of the story we can see the villain Atticus Noble. Actually he is the current king of Imperium, who is called Regent Belisarius. He has sent an evil general, General Atticus Noble, who has nothing to do with it. But we saw earlier that he is dead. Actually he is not dead. At that time humans have somehow disappeared. We are seeing people after a long time. This is a kind of religious organization called scribes. They have so much influence that they can send one woman to another person's head. Anyway, this influence brought General Atticus Noble back from the hands of death. But that general, he thinks of the bad guys, the work that he was doing at first, now he won't be able to do it again. On the other hand, the story shifts to the group called the Veldt. Basically, you will also see that the whole story is in this group. The main character of the story and his friends are also with him. There are many people who call his friends who don't like that Imperium at all. Kora and one of the Chashi of this clan, Gunnar, together have brought everyone from different clans. Their only aim is to defeat that king. Those who have come out to conquer the whole world. Along with that, we had seen an Imperium gold earlier. So Aris is a good boy. He fought with his own gold to save a girl from this village. Anyway, the villagers have killed the rest of his gold. But the real story is not told by his boss. His boss knows that he will come back to this group in 5 days and will buy all the equipment that the people of this group have. On the other hand, we see the robot, the android, who is called JC1435, but he has a name, which is Jimmy. Jimmy was also made to protect the royal family and his king and his family, but the king was killed many years ago. The one who killed him is now the current king. Anyway, because the king and his family died, this robot is of no use anymore. He also stayed in this village and slowly developed his thoughts. He has understood some mistakes. Anyway, General Titus has united all the people of the village. They know that the emperor will come again to fight. Otherwise, they will come in 5 days. When you see that all their gold is dead, then what will happen? The people of the village will have to stand up for it. First of all, they don't have much time. In these 5 days, they will have to eat their food and hide all their things. At the same time, there was a relationship between Kora and the singer. They started to like each other. Kora shared his history with the singer, which he had kept secret for many days. He didn't tell anyone. He didn't even try to know who Kora's actual origin was or what he was doing. A long time ago, when Kora was an Imperium hero. Yes, Kora was also one of those villains that we discussed in the first part. Kora was a strange child and he was possessed by the current king, that is Belisarius. But Belisarius had planned to kill the current king at the same time so that he could take the throne. And to do this work today, Kora's hand was shaking. She knew that she was doing the wrong thing. Kora was responsible for killing the Princess 𝐂𝐸𝐸. The Princess 𝐂𝐸𝐸 was not an ordinary girl. She had some magical powers in her. Kora could not press the trigger of the gun until the Princess 𝐂𝐸𝐸 told her that I have forgiven you. The meaning of the story is that the Princess 𝐂𝐸𝐸 understood that there was no way in the hand of Kora. That's why she has forgiven Kora long ago. And after that, Kora killed the little prince. But what happened to Kora? The belligerent Yash blamed Kora for everything. He was also made a murderer. Didn't he kill the royal family? Kora understands that he has a very important relationship with him. And he is fighting with the people here like Kora. He took the ship and brought this great group to the island. Then the whole village is working hard. They have only 5 days left in their business. In these 5 days, they will have to complete their mines. At the same time, they will have to take combat training. Because they know that there will be a fight. People need training. General Titus has started giving training to each of them. Within a few days, every friend of Kora, General Titus, then Tarak, then Nemesis, they have become fans of the people of the village. And why not? They have definitely come to the people of the village and fought with them. But what else did they know that the conflict that they thought had gone? That conflict is coming back again. That is Atticus Noble. They thought he was dead, but no, he was alive at once. What a place to fight. There is a small mark in his book which he has left as a sign of his change. At the same time, they do not know that Ares is in the group called Veldt. Ares has now taken the side of the villagers and Atticus Noble has understood the matter. He knows that he is one of their heroes. He will not be able to send his army to that continent. Grumbashi will definitely have to pay for it. At the same time, the ship that Kora made came to this continent. They have also repaired it. It is fine. And if there is a war, they will need this small ship. Then he sits on the dining table. Every character, that is every good character, tells him their stories. The saddest moments in their lives were the reason why they hated the Empire so much. That General Titus, who at one time was the biggest fighter of the Imperialists, but in the entire planet his mind is completely turned upside down. When he understands that the people of that planet are so weak, they are fighting for their existence. He cannot be a part of that empire, then he has to bear a result. Because he has lost faith in his own love, he has to get some more trust from the gold. Then he can hear the story of the thief in front of him. He also lived in a village like this, where the imperial gold was being attacked. His villagers, they were afraid of that gold. They took them as slaves and the people of their village used to work in mining. But at one time when the resistance attacked the emperor's gold, the leader of the resistance, Darian Blood X, whom we saw in the first part, who is fighting against the emperor, they did not just appear among these people, but in a very courageous way, which was not their first courage. On the other hand, the prey of these emperors, there are a lot of people. One of them is the Nemesis, who has lost her family, her child, and her daughter to the river of gold. And from then on, a change is created in his mind. In that change, he gives the word of his hand, and a robotic hand is attached to it, in which he is the symbol of his ancestors. Then Tarak hears his own voice. As I said, Tarak was a prince. In a group called Samandre, his family ruled, and as usual that empire attacked their group too. They had only one condition, to hunt the slaves or to give their lives. Tarak and his family could not do anything at that time. They could not see any success. His family died. Tarak then went to another group, and we have seen the story of his descendants earlier. At one time he was a prince, now he is living a new life. In this area, his ship, hiding behind a tree, which he will use as time. With the robot named Jimmy, he is convinced that he is James. Jimmy was called James a long time ago. Currently, this robot is looking for its own purpose, its existence, its reason for existence. As you know, these AIs have to be given an independent task. A job. You are making a robot or a program that will have an independent job. Their job was to protect the king who died. There is no more existence in that royal family. Now what will he do? On the other hand, the people of the village kept bombs all over the place. They had a place to fight. On the other hand, Atticus Noble also saw that yes, the people of the village had a place to fight, but they could not attack because those people had hidden all their weapons in their houses. So they could not launch a bomb in any house. Actually, they came to this planet for their weapons. And of course, they will not destroy these weapons like Bokar. Atticus Noble takes his entire fleet and goes to the land of the planet. At the same time, when the villagers see the brave Dreadnought in the sky, they are also very surprised. The same thing happened many days ago, but now the villagers are surprised. Atticus Noble again becomes the face of Kora. He warns Kora again that he may have been sold earlier, but now he will be really killed. Now that Noble will not lose easily. Of course, they also had a strategy of war. They also had a plan. As long as they were talking there, the great emperors hid in the houses, where little children and girls were hiding. Now the bloodlust that is going on in this place, it is impossible to stop it if Kora surrenders. King Belisarius gave the mission to Atticus Noble to bring Kora alive. If Kora does this, he will have to leave his village. And Kora believes in it and is ready to do it. Even if the singer knows, he will not believe in the Atticus Noble at once. Moreover, he alerts other people in the village and starts the fight with the first strike of the villagers. Now there is nothing to say about this fight. I mean, it usually happens like a fight. We can see some epic slow motion in the cinema of Zach Snyder, which I usually like. many of the people of that village are killed by them. At the same time, the friends of Kora are also fighting bravely to protect the village. But Kora and Gunnar quietly press the ship and run towards the 𝐵𝐺𝐻 Dreadnought. They know that if they can destroy this big ship, it will be the end. Kora seems to have seen the ship damaged by the smoke grenade in the ship. Now the people in the control room of 𝐵𝐺𝐻 Dreadnought are sitting. They will not be able to understand that there is a Kora in it. This ship is not their ship. They think that their ship is damaged and it needs to be repaired. And in this situation, Kora and Gunnar enter the mothership. By the way, the distance of this village is very long, not just a few minutes. On the other hand, there are many names of Kora, 𝐂𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐿 and Scargiver. Finally, they reach from the core of the ship. That is, from where the power is processed in the whole ship and charges are fitted all over it. That is, the boom is applied. Anyway, he is not seen by anyone. Kora is fighting there. But the people of the ship are already alert. Atticus Noble also understood that an intruder has entered the ship. A girl who is attacking him, and that girl is definitely Kora. And this is what he wanted. He wanted Kora to come to their ship, and Kora has done this automatically. Now he has given orders to the people to use the ship's destroyed cannons, that is, to blow up the entire village. If they and their own people die, they will wake up. Actually, Atticus Noble has been ordered by the king to do whatever he wants to do, and if he does that, he will get an award. On the other hand, in that village, the number of imperial soldiers is not decreasing. They have attacked with a full fleet. The number of people in the village is decreasing, the number of their weapons is decreasing, they have no other option. And at this moment, the robot named 𝐂𝐸𝐿𝐼 comes. 𝐂𝐸𝐸 is actually a security android. He was made for this war. And those plasma guns of those soldiers, they will not be able to do any such damage. Obviously, 𝐂𝐸𝐸 changes the whole mood of the fight. But the 𝐵𝐺𝐻 Dreadnought in the sky, they are aiming at the village to destroy the entire village. What will happen now? Well, the charges that they had set, the bombs that they had set, they were blasted like time. As a result, the ship goes out of control and crashes down slowly. At the same time, the shield of the ship has also been destroyed. Then comes the final moment. General Atticus Noble, they fight again and again. Now there is a fierce fight between them, and Atticus Noble will not give any help to Kora. But at the same time, the gunner comes and saves him. Even though the gunner was the most injured during the fight, he has a bullet in his stomach. But because of the gunner, the two of them finally kill Atticus Noble together. And before the whole ship lands on the ground, Kora lands on the ground with that small ship. On the other hand, all the rebels are those who are called resistance. They have come to that village and they start fighting with the rest of the 𝐸𝐸𝐼𝐿. And of course, seeing that resistance, the people's morale rises even more. As a result, 𝐸𝐸𝐼𝐿's name is erased from that village. But by then it was too late. The danger of Gunnar's body was very severe. And because of that, he attacks Kora with a sharp knife. That night, every brave 𝐸𝐸𝐼𝐿 who have died, their last rites are being performed. The truth is known to everyone that he was the one who killed the princess. But General Titus says that no, it is not so easy for the princess to kill 𝐂𝐸𝐿𝐼. At that time, the meaning of the story cannot be understood even after many deaths. But it is true that we saw that there was some power in the Princess 𝐂𝐸𝐼. He could bring the dead again. His name is also such a story that he could have made dead people alive. So basically, General Titus wants to say that the princess is still alive. How or where she is now, just everyone should know. At the same time, that robot doctor, 𝐂𝐸𝐸𝐼, who had lost his purpose, but now he has regained his purpose. When he finds out that the princess is still alive, then he will definitely take part in this war. Because the princess he could not save before, he will save her now. But the story is not just that. The story of Rebel Moon is very big. So obviously there are some more parts to come. And when it comes, you will definitely get that video on my channel. And of course, this cinema has to be discussed a little. What is the difference between the first part and the second part? If you have seen the first part, I told you that many things are not explained in the first part. Where the second part is completely in a group, in the first part, other places of this world were also shown. The second part, very easy and more focused on the fight, where the story is more built with the first part. That is, the main story is understood by the person. As I said at the beginning, I like the cinema style of Zach Snyder, especially the cinematography. At that time, the scene was like a wallpaper. But this is also true that many scenes are overdramatic, and because of which this cinema has received a lot of negative reviews. There are emotions in these 3 episodes, but I didn't get any feel from them. That is, the pain in the sad scene, I don't think so, but I enjoyed the movie. So this is it. How did you like it? Don't forget to write your opinions in the comment section. I also want to know. And don't forget to follow me on social media like Facebook and Instagram. I am giving the link in the description. And I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye.